Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? I record and publish podcasts on a platform called Spotify for Podcasters, and I absolutely love it. Essentially, you can upload from your phone or computer, and it distributes to every platform that plays podcasts. They support video podcasts, and you can make money on the platform with ads or even podcast subscriptions, something that has made my life so much easier as a podcaster. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcast app, or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started on your podcast today. Welcome to the ChatGPT podcast. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Each episode, we dive into the latest developments in the exciting field of artificial intelligence, exploring its applications and potential impacts on our daily lives. The innovation in AI right now is absolutely exploding. If you want to stay on top of all the insane disruptions and innovation that's happening right now, you need to subscribe to our newsletter on AIBox.ai. We send you daily everything that is happening, the news and the crazy advancements in AI technology straight to your inbox for free every single day. So go to AIBox.ai, subscribe, and stay ahead of the curve on the world of AI. Why is ChatGPT free? A lot of people ask this question. We know that it costs millions of dollars to run this really complex AI model. So how are they making this free? What is this doing? On the podcast today, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about how they're using this as a research tool, how the model's user inputs are helping it to become better and better. So let's jump into it. Obviously, we know ChatGPT was created by OpenAI, which originally was a research organization that kind of focused on developing different AI. The idea was that it was going to make it safe and beneficial for humanity. So OpenAI was founded by a bunch of different, famous people in tech, including Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman. And the mission of the company originally, or the organization, because it was a nonprofit, was to ensure that artificial intelligence was developed in a way that was, beneficial to humanity and that didn't cause harm. This is in reaction to Google buying a very big AI firm and people worrying that they were going to really just consolidate power and be kind of the titans of AI and just use that for their corporation. So that's kind of where this was spawned out of. One of the ways that AI really achieves its mission in doing this is by creating tools and technologies that are accessible to everyone. Originally, they created earlier versions of what is now ChatGPT, right? Different language learning models. And they gave these out for free, kind of. They were open source, so people could download them and run them on their own computers. Today, that is not the case. They are now a for-profit company. I think Microsoft offered them around $1 billion and, a lot of controversy around that, but that kind of changed their mind. So they're still trying to stay true to their, mission by making ChatGPT free, right? When they first launched this, it was completely free, but that is still, a lot of people are asking, why is this free? What are they getting out of this? We know this is costing them millions of dollars. I think part of the answer is that they have $1 billion from Microsoft originally when they launched ChatGPT. It became so popular they raised another $10 billion from Microsoft. So they have the money to be able to give this away for free, but I think it's still a business decision because essentially they're able to use the inputs that people give it to train the models to become better. So essentially every time somebody messages something to ChatGPT, asks it a question, it's taking that data and then adding it to its giant corpus of data and helping it to fine-tune the result. In addition, as people will notice, there's a thumbs up, thumbs down button when you get a result. And so people are essentially rating the responses they're getting. And OpenAI is able to feed that back into their model to help fine-tune the training and make this even more effective. In addition, by launching this for free as, their scientific research tool, they're essentially releasing a beta and getting millions of free users to test this thing out and really put it through a very rigorous test. I think they announced that in the first 2 months, they reached over 100 million monthly active users on ChatGPT. Absolutely enormous. That's way faster than Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, or even TikTok grew. So this is an incredibly popular tool. And while, a lot of people are going on Twitter and posting screenshots of like, hey, look, I figured out how to jailbreak ChatGPT's safety features. I was able to get it to say this or that. ChatGPT is actually happy about that because they're able to use all this press, all these people using it, all these people testing it out for different things to help continue to fine tune it, train it, make it more safe and reliable. So by making this thing free, essentially they've just been able to get 100 million people to be beta testers, find all the bugs. No one can complain that, ChatGPT does X, Y, and Z because it's literally free. It's not like this is a product people paid for and then, gave them a bad response. Now, that being said, they've done a number of fast updates since it launched, sometimes weekly, sometimes every couple weeks, and sometimes every month. They've been putting out updates, fixing different things that people are complaining about. And they're able to use all of the searches and all of the content that people are feeding it to help fine-tune those results and put out those updates faster. So the reason why ChatGPT is free is because it is using all of the content generated, and sometimes that is fine-tuning the model by machine, and sometimes that is by hand, where they literally have people looking at your messages that you give ChatGPT. That's why they say don't give it any of your personal details or addresses, anything that would be a violation of privacy, because they can look at it all, and they do look at a lot of it to help them fine-tune their data. So that is why ChatGPT is free, and that is what they're doing to kind of help make this a better product overall. If you are looking for an innovative and creative community of people using ChatGPT, you need to join our ChatGPT creators community. I'll drop a link in the description to this podcast. We'd love to see you there, where we share tips and tricks of what is working in ChatGPT. It's a lot easier than a podcast, as you can see screenshots, you can share and comment on things that are currently working. So if this sounds interesting to you, check out the link in the comment. We'd love to have you in the community. You've been listening to the ChatGPT podcast. Make sure to rate us wherever you listen to your podcasts, and have a fantastic week.